Hello, Spirit Club children, and welcome to Spirit Club. My name is Tori, and once upon a time, long, long ago, when I was not very happy, I was unhappy, I met a wizard. Seriously, I met a wizard, and he told me, well, I know you will be happy if you could help the fairies get the spirit children together to help them, to help the fairies. That was very shocking to me. I didn't know anything about fairies, but this wizard said that I was a fairy queen in the Middle Kingdom. It's called the Middle Kingdom. Now, don't think this is some airy fairy thing. Do not think this is like cartoons. This was very real for me. I was a grown-up when I heard about this. So I'm here to tell you about Spirit Club just a little bit, just to give you a few things about Spirit Club. There's so much that I can't tell you everything at one time. You'll have to tune in a number of times. But what I want to tell you is that when the children, the spirit children, came to Spirit Club, and that's it behind me right here. See that Spirit Club? That's the door right there. And see all those little writings? See the little writings? Those are all secret messages. They're secret messages. And when you become a Spirit Club member, a Spirit Club child, you're able to read those messages. So when the kids, the children, came to Spirit Club, they came in and we had the ceremony that the fairies wanted us to do, okay? And we all had this thing, it's called a singing bowl. It's a singing bowl, and you hit it like this, and then you move it. And it keeps on singing. So we did that. Everybody did that. We went around the room and everybody did the singing bowl. And that's probably what we'll be doing when we start Spirit Club, when we go on with it. Also, I have to tell you, when I first started Spirit Club, I went in my house, and no, actually, I went on my porch. I had a studio. I had a studio, an art studio, because I was doing art. I was doing pottery and clay. And I went outside my studio, and it was this big deck, and on the deck was a feather. And there was nothing else on the deck, just a beautiful feather. So I picked up that feather, but then I went in the house, and I knew Spirit Club was going to start. So I thought, I need a book for Spirit Club to write little things in. You write my messages in, or write messages from the fairies if they send any to me. And so I went in my house, and of course, I have a lot of books, you know. So I looked and I saw the perfect book. The perfect book. It looked like this. You know, usually in our house, we have everything we need. We have the perfect books. And inside that book was this feather. And guess what? The feather outside looked exactly like this feather on the book. So that became my Spirit Club book. Okay? So that's one of the things that happened, all right? Now, the thing about the feathers is, and you know, there's a lot to tell you about the fairies. They are very close to the birds. Fairies and birds are very close. And since human beings have not really believed or thought that the fairies really exist, the fairies have kind of disappeared, like Tinkerbell. Because Tinkerbell was really a real thing. She told the truth because she said, you know, you can't see me because you stopped wanting to see me, stop wanting to look for miracles. So these feathers, so they're very close to the birds, and the birds actually leave feathers everywhere so that people like us, Spirit Club people and spirit children, when they go around, they see feathers sometime, and it's a little note from the birds that they're there. Now, don't pick up any feather. Take a tissue or something, pick it up, put it away someplace in a bag or pocket. Take it home, wash it, you know, and then I have so many feathers, and I'll show them to you another time. Okay. So I want to show you a little bit where the fairies live. Just a short little thing here. I'm going to share my screen with you so I can show you that, okay? So just please be patient with me. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry. So Take a look at this, because I go around in the spring and I look for fairies, and I've gone on many, many trips to looking at fairies. I've gone with many children. And sometimes the 2-year-olds really tell me what it's about. They really explain to me where the fairies are. The younger you are, the more the fairies come to you, the more you can see them. So very often with very young children, that's what I did. So here is, these are tree knots. Now, if you take a look here, if you look at the trees, look at all the trees, and you will see the tree knots in the trees. I'm moving myself over here. And so take a look, because the fairies live in these tree knots. See, sometimes they have something like that there. They put little green things and everything like that. And they stay in them. Now this one, look at this. See this little opening, but see all these little parts here? They live in there, and they have their big areas inside here, okay? Oh, this is one of my favorites. Now, fairies they're undines, they're water fairies, they're water spirits, they're gremlins, there are gnomes, but these are fairies that are very artistic. Oh, also, see, when you look around there, look for any gold. They love gold. They just love it. Most of them love gold. The gnomes don't really like that. Look at this one, see? Now, when I saw that, I know that those fairies are in there. I could almost see little eyes and stuff right in that knot in a tree. I see all this because they're kind of afraid of people. They like to hide. So if you find things that have like a lot of stuff around them, very beautiful things. Oh, this is like a playground. It's like a big soccer field. They live in here, over here, these little places in here, but here's another one. You can see them. They have like rings around like that. I don't know if they play baseball. I don't know that, but they play games, and these are games. Maybe they're like the Olympics. I don't know. Then you can see how beautiful they are. They're very artistic. They're the ones that help with all the flowers now, and the trees, and the beautiful greens. See, and this one too, this was probably a fairy that's totally into sculpture. These are all little mushrooms sculpted around this beautiful, look, it's almost a heart, you know? They're so beautiful. Really, they do beautiful, beautiful things like that. Okay, let's see if there's one more. One more. You like that? Very mysterious. That's the other thing. Some fairies are mysterious. They do kind of magical things. Yeah. I was very close up here. I was very close up to look in there, see if I could see any of them in there. Okay, oh, this last one. See the little doorknob? This has a door on it. It's a little door, and they're living inside there. How cute is that? Okay, all right. So before I leave you, because you can tune in again, but what I want to tell you is something that you can do to make the fairies comfortable with you, because they need your help, but before they can contact you really, we need to train a little bit, and you need to do something that makes them feel that, that you understand or that you want to, okay? So this is a very silly thing, but I found out about this. It happened, I just found out. See this is a little hair tie, the kind you put up in a ponytail, and girls put on ponytail, and maybe your mom or your grandma has ponytails. But anyway, see if you can find this. And then see if you can get a tissue. See a tissue? Tissue. And cut a little square out of the tissue. It's totally fine to have it not perfect or anything like that, to have the edges like that, okay? Now, this is going to be a little blanket that's going to go in here for them to sleep in. If you want to be really fancy, get a magic marker or some kind of a marker, and I'm going to do it down here. And you can make a little design on it. And then what you do is on your windowsill, not next to your bed, on your windowsill or on top of your dresser, you put this little blanket in here like this, see? So it's like a little blanket in here, and you just put it on there. And then they will love to sleep in your room. They will love to take a little sleep or nap in the afternoon in your room. Don't put it near your bed though, because they're not that comfortable, people. But if you do that for a little while, you'll see if the blanket changes. Sometimes it moves, and sometimes they throw it off, but so you'll see, but they will start trusting you. And that's the whole thing. They have to trust us before they can work with us. but they really, really need you to help the world. There's so many things going on, and the fairies are very hard workers. They're very hard workers, and they need some help. And so they asked me to get in touch with the Spirit Club children and build a Spirit Club and have them come and train a little bit, learn how to do a few things, and then they'd love your help to help the world. Okay? So I'm sorry I can't see you. Maybe someday I will. All right. So goodbye for now. Goodbye. I'm gonna say goodbye and tune in again. Okay? Just tune in again whenever you can.